back to the Kiosk Gaming Podcast. My name is Outlaw Torn 14.
And I am V, the Raging Redneck. And this week we're on episode 5. We're talking about our top 5 hated games and the reasons why we don't really care for them too much.
No.
How you been, bro?
I've been good, brother. I've been doing well, man. Everything's been going okay. Back's still hurting, unfortunately. The cortisone shots or the steroid shots that they put in only lasted about 8 days, so I'm seeing him soon, luckily next week actually, and we're gonna hopefully get a battle plan. But I've been okay, dude. Streams are going well. Got back to the first Berserker and got my ass handed to me because I forgot how to damn play the game. And I got stuck on a boss fight that shouldn't have taken 2 hours, but it took 2 hours.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, I know how that goes. You get into those ones, and especially if you've taken any time off from a game, you can really screw yourself over stepping away from it.
Even in the VOD, like I was asking questions like, how do you do this? I'm like, and I think like people were like, look at the controller. I'm like, it's not going to help.
No,
we got through it though. How about you, brother? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. Same situation with you. My back's fucked. I actually woke up one day last week and I thought I wasn't going to make it to work. Actually, Monday. Spent last weekend cleaning up the yard and all. I've posted a video of the roses and stuff on TikTok. I think I posted on Instagram. If not, I need to get off my ass and do that. But I woke up Monday, man. I could barely walk, and through the week, it's gotten better. There's still some dull pain back there, but overall, I mean, it's just aging, man. It sucks. Y'all can see it right here. I'm getting old.
I knew when you were when you did all that stuff. I was like, yeah, Monday's gonna be rough for my dude.
Yeah, it sucked. Coming up this week, actually, I have to go into work tomorrow night, Monday morning, if you will, at 3 a.m. and I'll be doing that every day. But I think I'm going to take advantage of that and leave early on Friday. I think I'm going to just work from 3 to 11 a.m. And then come home, try to reset my schedule. Outside of that, man, nothing's really changed around the house. Mother-in-law's still in. Actually, her and my wife and daughters are out and about right now. Jacob's still being Jacob, so nothing changes there.
Good.
Started playing Ocarina of Time again, or not Ocarina of Time, my bad. Link to the Past again. I actually was playing that before it was time to record. Just same old shit, man. Adulting and gaming. That's all you can really do anymore.
We did play some co-op Turtles in Time last night through the RetroArch, and it worked really well. I was very surprised. We ended up beating the game in like, what was it, 26 minutes, something like that, 28 minutes.
23:09 was our time.
There you go. See, that's pretty good. And we didn't die as much as I thought we were going to, which was really nice.
No, we both actually only used one continue apiece. Made it all the way through the game like we played it every day since it's launched. So it was pretty good. It
was fun though. That was a good time. It's good way to spend a Friday night.
Hell yeah, I can't wait to try out some other games. One of our friends, Kane, I've actually played Bad Dudes. Was it Bad Dudes or Double Dragon? Might have been both of them. We played Contra. We played some Mario Brothers 3, I believe it was, and Mario World. We just kind of tried it out to see how the net play was on it. And the difference and the reason I wanted to try it with Outlaw was he's in California, I'm in North Carolina. Kane is in Georgia, so that ping for me and Kane was pretty seamless. I mean, we did have a couple, 2 or 3 stuttering areas in there.
A little bit, yeah. Not too bad, though.
But, no, overall, man, it was damn near couch co-op. I mean, it was that good. You know, for a non-online game to be able to play online was amazing.
Yeah, it worked quite well. It was very, very cool. I enjoyed it.
Other than the doctor, you got anything else coming up?
Doctor, I think is Thursday, I want to say. Honestly, no. Got a wedding coming up soon at the end of May, I believe. And just hoping I can get through it and I just hope I get some good news, man. It's very draining when you're in pain every day, and
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just hopefully that relief comes soon, But as you know, as you just said, your back has been hurting too because age.
Yeah.
But no, I've been okay as well as that though. Yeah.
Heard. I am looking into buying tickets to go see Baby Metal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm kind of late to the scene with them, but well, on your ATS days, I keep requesting the songs, and I get more and more into them, man. And I know I'll probably catch shit for that because it's 20-year-old something girls who are singing in Japanese, but the backing tracks, dude, that music,
it's very cool.
So good.
Yeah.
And you mentioned wedding, I forgot. So next weekend we won't be doing a recording because I have a wedding to go to, and I'm actually a big participant in it. A guy I work with is marrying his, can't really say longtime sweetheart, but ish. They've been together for a while. They're living together and all. So he proposed. They were supposed to have gotten married on my birthday last year, but had some things come up. So they moved it to May the 10th, and that's where I'll be next weekend.
Cool. What time y'all heading out?
Fuck, I have to look at the card, bro.
No worries.
I'm hoping it's an afternoon event, considering she works second shift and he was working second before he got the maintenance position. So, yeah, I'm hoping that's afternoon, late afternoon, evening kind of thing.
Heard. I get that.
Yeah.
Totally understand that. I don't know what time the one is that we're going to. I think it's in the afternoon, but yeah. That's about the biggest thing that's kind of going on within the next couple of weeks, but yeah, it's gonna be good though. It'll be nice to see them again because I haven't seen. I mean, I see her every day when I pick Jane up from work, but I haven't actually hung out with her for at least 2 years. I think when we actually got to just sit and chat, so it's gonna be a nice thing to see.
Actually found out. That's what I was sitting here doing, was scrolling through my phone to see. It is, it'll be 2 p.m.
Oh, nice.
On May the 10th.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Clemens. Hell yeah. So it's not far from here. So, and then they're doing a reception from 4 to 11. I don't think my old ass will be there from 4 to 11.
Yeah.
That'll be something to just have to pardon me for being old.
I need to go lay down.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the news for us, folks. Yep. Ready to get started with this top 5, bro?
Let's do it, dude. What we have is the new God of Wars. I know we're gonna catch shit for this. I understand we will. It's one of those games where you can't talk bad about it. I didn't like them. I think we talked about it last time in the last podcast. I do not think that they were good games. Unfortunately, I think they definitely dropped the ball on the new God of Wars. They took the spirit of the game out of the game and made it a totally different game and just ruined it for me. Graphically, yes, it is a beautiful looking game. I will give it that. But playing it, it's not one of those games you just can be like, hey, I want to play God of War. Well, I want to play the new one. No, you don't. You want to play the old ones. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. Like it's just not my game. Like it's not the controllers still work fine. It's almost like the old school setup, but the fact that they turned it into an RPG and he's a lumberjack now. No.
Yeah.
No.
I was going to mention that. The fact they took a button masher beat 'em up style game with a leveling system and turned it into an RPG. Look, it's great to reinvent the wheel sometimes, but when you have more than a trilogy, really, because you have the PSP games that goes with it, or PS Vita, you don't reinvent something that has hit. Like it has hit. Every drop has hit, and take it and turn it into a whole new game. I kind of personally feel like Mario was the same way. You had your side-scroller games, and when 64 came out, they turned it into a 3D arena. I do like Mario 64, but I don't I don't like what they did with it. You get what I'm saying?
I understand that.
You reinvent the wheel, and sometimes you wind up with a square peg. So,
You know, I think it's just my biggest thing with the new one, or with the the 2018 ones and on. I didn't like the fact that you lost the cool weapons and you had to basically, it was a big escort mission. Yeah. And as I said, they took the spirit of the game out of it, because the first three, the trilogy on PS2 and on, you had those epic battles, the fight scenes, the cools, climbing, the golems and ripping their eyes out and ripping their wings off birds and all that. Yeah. Just the pure rage of Kratos. All of a sudden now you're fighting the same bosses 3 times. You're not doing the epic climbs up mountains, and all of a sudden it's a fucking walking dragon. None of that happens. You're escorting a whiny kid up a mountain to drop off your mother's dead ashes. As I said last time we talked, the only thing I remember is a dragon fight. That was it. You fight Loki 3 times. I was like, ooh, big deal. It's not. I just didn't like them. I honestly didn't. I like I said, we're gonna catch shit for it. I know we will. But again, if these games were on another platform, they would have gotten shit for it. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All day long.
100%. Like you said, if it was a Mario on any other console, would have caught shit because it's Nintendo and Mario's so beloved.
Yep.
It's a Mario game. We love Mario. It's a God of War game. We love God of War. It's it's just one of those things that it's going to be. But like I said, other system, game over. It would have been hey, this is a 5 out of 10 because they changed too much. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can go on. I even told V before we started, rein me in, buddy, because I can go all day on this one.
I was going to say, yeah, we kind of kicked the horse on this one, but sorry, God of War, you're a great game franchise. Yep. Your remake shit, it isn't working. No. So.
And can I say that the new Kratos are the same? I don't even know if it's a new guy. He's a dick. This one's just a straight. He's not even a cool dude. He's just a straight dick.
I haven't played him to determine on that, but I mean, Kratos has always been an angry guy. Yeah. And from losing his wife and daughter, now we have a son who's never mind. Anyway. Yeah, from what I've gathered about it, the new Kratos is a bitchier version of the old, what we would deem manly Kratos.
Yeah, this one is definitely more bitchier. Yeah, 100%. But as we said, we've kind of done this one before. We've beaten this one down before, but that's both of ours lined up. Yep. It actually was my number 1, but I did want to move it. It's still on the list, but that was actually my number 1 when we were first talking, because it actually was. The reason it made number 1 is because it's one of those franchises that I just absolutely loved, and they destroyed it for me, and I'm very, very pissed about that, because I thoroughly enjoyed playing those with my sister's husband, and now we won't even touch him because we're both like, nah, we're good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
right.
Shit happens, right? I mean, it's one of those things where maybe it's just the change, and because we're getting older, we're like, this is new and weird. Nah.
And that, folks, honestly, you might see as a trend with us, because we are getting older and things are changing. So yeah, there might be things that are actually really good, and we're just the guy sitting on the front porch in the rocking chair. Get off my property!
We've earned that. We've earned that badge.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, though, we'll stop on that one, just because, like I said, I can kind of go all day with it, but we will head on and we will cut out to our next one. But if you guys have any comments though about that, let us know, because I know that a lot of people obviously played it. People in our community have played it, so Let us know what you think, if that's what you think about the new ones or not, because I'm very curious.
If you disagree, it's okay to be wrong. We'll allow it.
That's right.
Alrighty. On to the next one.
On the next one, so this is our number 4, actually, and it's funny because, again, it matches
They
up.
kind of line up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brother, I'm gonna let you take this one, but this is our number 4.
For me, it's the entirety of the Resident Evil remakes. And don't get me wrong, I love the stories, okay? I love the games. I've been a huge fan of Resident Evil since launch. I went to my aunt and uncle's. My uncle was like, check this game out. It was the OG Resident Evil in the mansion, and it was so fucking dope. I just feel like they're doing this not to bring it to a newer generation, but they're doing this to say, give me that money. Like, and that's really the only thing I don't like about them. I haven't played them. I guess you could call me the grumpy old guy who just refuses to accept new things. I haven't played them because I've already beat the damn games. And I've heard already that they've taken stuff out of the games and they've changed stuff. If you're going to change it and you're going to, dude, no, don't. If you're going to redo it, just remaster the fucking game. Give it better graphics. Make it look pretty. Keep everything else the same. Yeah, and that's just, again, I'm not hating on Resident Evil as a series. I love Resident Evil, except at least one of them. I know there's a couple of them I could care less for, like the Chronicles. I think those were kind of, and what was the other one? The shooter where you were the different stars agents and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But the remakes caught my attention, mostly because Outlaw was playing them on stream. And I started watching it and I was like, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right here. This didn't happen this way. What? And then he did 3 not long afterwards, and I was like, all right, this is fucking stupid. They're changing the game. Like, if you're going to do it right. Pretty it up and resell it. But don't resell it at full price either.
Yeah. I'll give you that. 100% give you that one. Yeah. Like, okay, so I agree with V. I do. That's why it's on my list as well. It's not the full remake of the franchise. It's number 3. My biggest issue is number 3. As V just said, when I did stream it and we were watching it, they did change way too much in 3 to actually make it a full-priced game. Honestly, I think 3 should have been a DLC add-on to 2 and continued with that. Personally, I like 2. I thought 2 was a good remake. Yes, they did change a lot, but I liked it. My biggest issues with 3. 3 should have been a DLC. 3 should have been made better if that's what they wanted to do. I know 3 is still a loved game. People still play it. Hell, I still play it. I've just recently 100%ed 2 and 3 a little bit ago. And I'm still going to continue to play even on Halloween around that time. But I will say when I do get to 3, it's definitely not my go-to. I will try to run that as fast as I can because, you know, when they take out huge aspects of the original game to stick it into this 3rd one, it should, again, DLC, not a $60 game. It wasn't, in my eyes, was not worth it. It's pretty, yes. You know, the Nemesis being scripted the way that he is, it's not as scary as Mr. X in 2, because Mr. X will hunt your ass down. Like, you know where the Nemesis is going to be, and you can avoid him, and he's, you know, he'll drop in here, he'll drop in there, but Mr. X is just on your ass the whole time. But I definitely agree with V. It's the remakes were okay, but 3 was not where it was at. I definitely liked 2 more than 3, but I like 100% agree with that. It was definitely one of those things where Capcom's like, hey, here's our franchise you love.
Yeah.
Here's what we can do with it. I don't know. It's almost like them remastering like a Devil May Cry. You know, like it's a good game as it is. Leave it alone.
Yeah, pretty it up.
Yeah.
Pretty it up. Give us the new, bring it into a new engine and re-release it that way. And I don't feel, now this, again, people are personal opinions, but I feel like if they would bring it to an updated engine and re-release it, people be more willing to spend that extra dime on it than if you're just going to start taking chunks of the game out. Because if I remember right, when RE4 Remake released, they were already talking about shit was taken out of it. And am I wrong on that one, or was that just 3?
That was, as far as I know, 3, because I did play through 4. There were certain changes in 4, but I liked 4. I thought they actually did a pretty decent job on 4, but 3 is where I'm at. It's the biggest thing. But you know, like to come off what you were saying, like when 4 came out, yes, it was a cool remake. It looked pretty. And then like a month later you hear, oh, we're doing 5. You don't need to do 5. We don't need 5. If you're going to do another game,
give us 9.
Give us a new one.
9.
Give us a new one. Exactly. Yeah. Give us a new one.
Yeah. And to add in onto that, I don't know how you felt about it, but 7 and 8 were 2 of my personal favorites in the series, with 8 being relatively short. The winter story was absolutely fantastic the way they did it, and was able to backtrack and bring in the older characters and stuff like that. But I still feel like that story's not complete. Even with the DLC they dropped for 8, I feel like there's a lot more to that story that needs to be told.
So don't hate me, bro, but I have not played those yet.
You're going to play them. You got Halloween coming up this year. You're going to play them.
I know. Maybe it's the don't change my shit, but I do think Resident Evil needs to be third person. That being said, though, I did watch him play it a lot. It does look like a really good game, so I definitely will give those a try. But I can't say too much because I have not played those ones yet. So, you know, it is.
Bro,
yeah.
When you do, I believe you will thoroughly enjoy the change. I don't mind the old camera styles, but it was something to me. I guess it was a combination of the story with the change. That's what helped me adapt to it.
I get you. It's like totally new characters, and I got that.
Yeah.
I totally got that.
Yeah.
And if anyone from Capcom is possibly watching this, Code Veronica, remake that. That can use a remake. Code Veronica. Do not do 5. Do not do 6. Give us a new one, or Code Veronica. I mean, that's it. Yeah. That's all we're asking for, man. That's all I want. It would be a, you know, I liked Code Veronica. I played Code Veronica on the Dreamcast. I enjoyed that one. I personally think that one can use some love. Yeah, for sure. But I will get to 7 and 8 soon.
You will.
Yeah, I will.
This is one that I don't necessarily hate the games. No, I fucking hate them. I
was gonna say, wait, hold on.
I'm not gonna lie, and the reason I do is because it's shit that I actually have to do. Your lawnmower simulator, your pressure washing simulator. Oh fuck! I mean, just sim games can be fun. Yes, if you're playing The Sims.
Yeah.
If I'm just mowing a fucking yard, go out and hop on the mower. I've got 3 hours worth of yard to mow out there. No problem. Pressure washing, we've discussed it before, bro. This house, I need to do it again because of the season change. I'm going to try and give it a few weeks to get out of the rainy season. It's going to take me damn near a day to get this whole house pressure washed with my stuff. My driveway, it needs it. My walkway, it needs it. And then, you know, might as well say mechanic simulator because I work on my own vehicles as
That's
it is,
true.
you know. Throw in your goddamn car wash simulator because once a week with this pollen to bukkake hell of the South that I live in, you've got to at least minimum once a week, if not every 2 to 3 days, wash your vehicle if you're not getting rain. So yes, simulators to me, as far as shit like that, I got no use for. If I can go outside and do it in real life, you know, I guess the saying is touch grass. So I can go out and actually touch grass. And it takes me, honestly, guys, for mowing, weed eating, maintaining my landscaping, if I was to do that today, if it wasn't a rainy day, we wouldn't get a podcast done.
Yeah.
I would start at 8 a.m. mowing, come in, do lunch, go back out, do the weed eating and spraying for the weeds. I also have to put down fucking shit for ants, trimming up bushes and stuff like that, making sure the landscaping isn't getting overgrown. Any grass that's got blown in there, I've got to hit my leaf blower, blow that shit out. So, yeah, dude, fuck a simulator game. That's PTSD for this guy.
All right. You know how I do love The Sims, man. I will maybe not the lawnmower one, because I actually thought that was extremely boring, but I'm telling you, bro, pressure wash it. I'll do that shit. Hell yeah.
Let me add on the lawnmowing simulator as soon as my camera unfreezes. There's a reason why on my lawnmower simulator I have this bad boy. Makes time go by. You don't think about it. Got my earbuds in, JLab earbuds, throw them motherfuckers in, set everything on the mower, get my big old bottle of water, and just until I'm done.
So I guess the electronic simulator that I bought to be an electrician, you ain't gonna play that one?
I might, because and the reason I say that is if it'll actually teach me some shit about electricity, as far as being an electrician and stuff. I do know, don't lick your fingers before you touch the wires. That sucks. I also know that 480 will knock you across the room, but I would like to learn some stuff about electrical work. So I may give it a go.
Okay. I'd be curious. Yeah, I was gonna say I'd be curious what you think of it. I haven't played it yet, but if anyone wants it, it's on sale for now for like $3 on Steam.
Oh shit.
Yeah. big spenders over here.
Right on.
I mean, you know how I feel about sim games. Like I play them just to kind of wind down and relax. I just think they're, it's one of those games where you don't have to think about anything. You just turn it on and either pressure wash this or drive around that. But I understand, dude. I mean, you having to do that shit, I totally get that. I would get that. Like I wouldn't want to get like a, if I was still working retail, I wouldn't want to have like a retail simulator. Like that would just be like, what can I get for you? That'd be boring. Now, I mean, if it could be like, how fast can you get fired simulator, I'll try that.
Oh shit, dude, walk in, punch the boss, game over.
Yeah, there you go. Score. Done. But I don't know. That's one of the reasons I like Sims, is because it's just so chill. Like when we're talking in Discord at night, or we're just hanging out, I'll throw on a sim game. Like I know it's not a sim game, but I'm currently playing Crime Scene Cleaner, I think it's called. It's on Game Pass. It's a morbid as hell game because you're cleaning up dead people, but something about it, I can just throw it on for an hour and clean up blood and move bodies around houses.
Alrighty then.
I mean, not that I have experience with it or anything, but the pressure washer in there works really well. Shit.
Hey, bro.
All right, let's do it. So again, I'm probably gonna catch shit for this. Honestly, the rest of my list, except for number 1, I may keep catching shit, but the Uncharted series, I personally did not like them. Honestly, it's Lara Croft, it's Tomb Raider, it's just with a dude. I bought a PS3 specifically for that game, and I got at Black Friday. I got 1, 2, and 3. I was so freaking hyped to play them, and I was about halfway through 1, and I was like, this game sucks. I didn't like it. I ended up beating the first one, and then I just sold the system and sold the games. I just could not get into them. I know it's a beloved franchise. I know people love them. I don't know if 4 did as well as they were anticipating, because I even know, I think during like the E3 presentation, it ended up crashing on their presentation, I think, if I remember correctly. But I just didn't get into them. You know, the Uncharted series, like I said, it's Lara Croft. We have those games. They did nothing to change the game. Like it's just a reskin. That's all it is, in a different environment. You know, the visuals look cool. You know, I know the cinematics were neat. Never saw the movie. Didn't care to. But yeah, I would say Uncharted.
The movie was actually pretty good.
Okay.
It was actually pretty good. I've only played one Uncharted game, and I think it was actually 4. It was on Game Pass. I spent the entire time waiting on it to download. I made it probably 45 minutes into it and said, this is wasting my fucking hard drive space. And I deleted it. So I am a huge fan of the Tomb Raider series, especially the rebooting of the Tomb Raider series. Not remaking, rebooting, starting it over. You see where we're at, Capcom and other developers.
And they made them nice too, like the reboots of those.
They're great.
Yeah,
they are great games. Sorry for you Polygon Pyramid perkiness guys. It's not there anymore, but still, the new Tomb Raider was good. And like Outlaw said, Uncharted did feel a lot like they were trying to rip from Tomb Raider, and I have to agree with him. Fuck that game for that. Yeah. Be original.
Yeah, exactly. Be original. It's definitely the original, like you said, V. It's 100%. It's basically taking what we've been playing since 95 and putting a different person in it. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah. Take me way back there.
Yeah, but like I said, like visually, it's a pretty game. I will 100% give that props for that. But you didn't do anything different than what we've done before. You know, I know that the online was big. You know, Jaina's brother actually, his I think that's all they did. Him and his friends for years was played the shit out of the online portion of the game. But I don't know. It's one of those series where I don't think you would pick up today and go back to and say, hey, this is a lot of fun. It's like, I don't know. Like I said, we got those really cool new Tomb Raider reskins. And I think the newest ones just launched to 4, 5, and 6, I think, back in February. So I see the look on your face. You're like, I don't know, but no, I think they did.
I was going to say, I haven't kept up since, I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider was the last one that I played. And then you told me that your girlfriend got the 1, 2, and 3 remakes, I believe, or remasters. Yeah. And I think they did do the other ones in remaster format. They did
4, 5, and 6, I think, at the end of middle of February, something like that. But, you know, I like Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I thought that was a lot of fun. And I can't remember what the other one was called. Shadow was the first one, right?
Yeah, Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Okay, so it must have been Shadow. And I told the story last time we talked on the podcast, but like, you know, I felt what she was feeling when I was playing the game. Like, she was climbing a mountain in the cold, and I had to get a blanket, man. Like I was cold. It was a trip to feel that, but yes, those were great games. I didn't mind the movies. I didn't mind the newer movies, but you know.
Oh, that one, dude. Oh God, I can't remember. I've got it on my I don't know what it's called now. It used to be Voodoo. Yeah. But I bought it because I had. It's kind of stupid, but I rented the movie through Voodoo, watched it in its entirety, and was like, dude, I really fucking enjoyed that movie. I'm gonna go back and buy the HD version. And I did look to confirm I was on that. I was right. It is Tomb Raider, which came out in 2013. Okay. 2015 was Rise, and 2018 was Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Okay, those were great games. If you've not played those, I recommend those. Those were really good. You streamed
all of them.
Was it all of them?
I have streamed all. Okay. I have streamed all 3 of them. Yes, sir. Been a while, because V got away from the streaming life because IRL sucks. But yeah, I have streamed all three of them. Finished all three of them on stream. I have 100%ed the first one.
Damn.
Second one, I'm missing just a few things on, and the third one, I just played through it. I'll be honest, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is a more beautiful game than it is fun. The story was great, but at that point, I kind of felt like they had ran through everything they needed to say, and they were rushing to finish the story.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah. But I agree. Uncharted can be a good game.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea. You said it's not your cup of tea. Obviously, that's what made your list.
Yeah.
It feels like they mashed Far Cry and Tomb Raider together and tried to make it something special, and it wasn't as special as they thought.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like I said, different system, probably a different outcome. Think about that, guys. I know we have, the console wars of the fanboys and fan, of different things, but just think about it. If some of the games that we're hating on came out on, say, a different console, like I said, like say Uncharted came out on Nintendo, or it came out on Xbox, and you were watching those and you're like, they've done nothing to these games. They haven't changed them.
Yeah,
they'd get shit. But the fact that it came out for the PlayStation at the time, and everyone was like, oh my god, they did everything they could with this console. Here's some games. No, it's like I said, it's one of them things. And I think 4 was on the newest one. I think 4 was PS4, and like I said, I don't even know if that one did that well, but it did good enough to warrant the making of 4 because, again, the console. But
that might have been what I played it on, was the PS4 before I got my Xbox. But I do remember playing an Uncharted, and I was completely disappointed in it.
Yeah.
But I swear I thought I played it on Xbox. Guess I didn't. Oh well. I'm not missing nothing there.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That brings us up into the top of the tops. Out of the bronze into the silver we go. I'm going to have to make this one of my games that I hate, but it's also one of the games that I enjoyed once I gave it a fair fight.
Yep.
And the main reason this game makes my spot here and not number one is because it's like I said, I come back, I started playing it, I enjoyed it. It made this high on the list because it's the only game I've ever looked at and went, fuck this game. There's nothing fun about it. I fucking despise it. It's just, it's torture test, and that's Lies of P. Now, like I said, the game is good. Yep. The game really is good, and it really is fun. You can't go into it with the expectation of, I'm just going to rush through and beat the shit out of everything. I've not played the original Dark Souls trilogy, so I can't compare it to that, but I can compare it to what I do know with Elden Ring. Even with Elden Ring, there's some bosses that you can just absolutely rush and bash and be done with. In this game, not just the bosses do you have to be leery of. You have to take your time going through the map, getting to that boss, because shit will pop out and just wreck you. And again, like I got in my notes here, it's a great game. Pissed me off. It's the only time I have ever actually in front of other people went, you know what? No, I'm done. And I didn't just uninstall the game. I didn't even end stream. I didn't even quit game. I hit the Windows button, right-clicked and quit, and uninstalled it immediately. Like, that game pissed me off to no end. But it was my fault. Yeah, it was my own fault. I wasn't taking the time to learn patterns. I was in it with the ambition of just go. I had good, powerful weapons. I thought I was good and hot shit. You're never here. You're either here with the bosses or you're just right here enough to get by them. Yep. So that's why Lies of P made number 2. Would I play it again? Oh, hell yeah. Would I buy it? Fuck no. Would I accept it as a gift? I would probably tell you don't waste your money first just because I wouldn't want somebody else to expend their funds on watching me suffer, even though I know that's a good way to get people to do it. I would not do it. But if it was to come back to Game Pass, I'll play the shit out of it. Not gonna lie, I would love to pick up where I was at and carry on.
I would love to see you beat that one, dude. I would absolutely love to watch you play that one again. I get what you say. I have played all the Dark Souls. I have played Elden Ring. Liza P and Sekiro, I think those games are in their own categories, and the reason why is because Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, yes, you can make a badass character and just destroy stuff. Sekiro and Liza P felt like more of a dance. You had to learn the patterns and learn to block and parry and just dance around with the boss and figure out their pattern, figure out the patterns and figure out how they're going to attack. But I think Liza P and Sekiro are definitely more of a dance than just straight ass whooping you can give to bosses in the Dark Souls or hell, even Elden Ring. All right, so my next one, again, beloved franchise. You know how I am, bro. I love these games. I've got stuff. I've got pops. I've got figurines. I've got fucking Christmas ornaments of this game. I absolutely love this game. If I can get another tattoo, I would, but I can't, unfortunately. The new Zeldas on the Switch, I don't like. They are Skyrim, but Zelda. They reinvented it. I will give them that. They definitely made the change of game. Again, it's a Nintendo franchise people love. People are going to love it regardless. You're probably going to get more love than hate from the game. I just didn't like them. I don't think they work. The fact that your weapons broke, the fact that your armor broke, like we discussed with God of War, they took the essence of the game out of Zelda. You no longer go to dungeons, collect weapons. You go to dungeons to collect orbs to turn in for heart pieces. There's 4 bosses, I think, in Breath of the Wild. It's like 3 divine beasts and then Ganon. That's it. Like, it's not a we're gonna go to dungeon 1, beat this boss, dungeon 2, beat this boss. It's many dungeons to get heart pieces, to get magic pieces, and then, oh, there's a beast, let's kill the beast, let's kill this one. Okay, now it's end game. I didn't think it worked. Personally, I don't think it worked. Again, the way that they changed things, the way that they did it, I will give them credit for that. New hardware, it's a nice looking game. It's a cool looking game. I love the art style. I just don't think it worked. It's Skyrim. I'm sorry, it's Skyrim with a Zelda skin. Personally, the way I think of it, that's what it is. When you take out the dungeons, you take out the boss weapons, the stuff that you would go and collect through. It's not a Zelda game. It's I don't know. For me, when I first played it, I was thoroughly disappointed. I really, really was.
It's almost like they updated it in a way they shouldn't have. Yeah. I've not played, so I couldn't tell you. The only thing I've been interested in playing on the new Switch has been that Metroid. But from what you're saying about those Zeldas, again, right now I'm playing A Link to the Past, and that is just, God, dude, that is in my heart so much. I don't know if I could invest. I have seen you play some of it, so that's why at the same time, I agree. Those Zeldas, change the story if you want. Keep the gameplay in that aspect.
But I got you. Yeah, it's like we said though. Like, it's the reinvention of things. It's the way things went. But as I said, it's Skyrim. It's you break your weapon. Oh my God, I got to pick up a weapon from another enemy. But the going into that dungeon, getting the bow or getting the boomerang. You don't do that anymore. Yes, you do have dungeons you can go through, but you're not collecting weapons. You're collecting pieces to turn in to get hearts so you can beat the bosses. I don't know. Personally, I don't think it worked. I saw the cool stuff you can do in the game. You can basically build whatever the hell you want to defeat stuff, but personally, I don't think it worked. I really don't. And again, I'm a big Zelda fan. I love Zelda. I will always love Zelda. Even though I don't like the new games, I still love the franchise. I will always back the franchise, but the new game's different for me. I mean, I have Breath of the Wild, as I said. I probably put 45 minutes into it, and I never even bought the new one.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. I just don't. I don't see me playing it. I don't see me really doing much with it, so I'm not going to put myself through it because I know what it is. It's the same game, you know. It's find this weapon and upgrade it. Okay, well you can't because it broke. Now you got to find something different. So I'm like,
yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not Zelda. Zelda is play your dungeon, get your items, find your little secret shit, get your different spells or whatever, your little thing you can, collect what you need to collect, gather the Triforce, fuck Ganon up, save Zelda. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did hear rumor that they're coming out with a Legend of Zelda that actually stars Zelda as the protagonist.
They did. God, I forgot what it's called. They did come out with it. I completely forgot that game was called. It came out. I want to say it came out earlier this year, if not late last year. But yeah, you actually play as Zelda. I think she's got like a wand that she can like build stuff with or move bricks around to get to different areas. It looked neat. It actually looked neat. It reminded me of Link's Adventure. But I never played it. I never played that one either. That one I'd be interested in playing, just because the way that it looks. But yeah, I think that one looks neat.
Let me see if I can find something on it.
But yeah.
Look, I heard about it and I was like, what? So, it's interesting, intriguing.
Yeah.
Is that Echoes of Wisdom?
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Again, it looks neat. I think it's cool looking. I do. I just haven't played it yet, and I'd be more inclined to play that than jumping back into Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. For sure. Yeah. But I mean, you know, the way they changed it, cool. But it didn't work for me. I mean, I know that they were trying to pull in, you know, the younger Nintendo crowd that had Switches, but you may have a bunch of older fans like me going, this isn't Zelda. Sorry, it's just not. You know, I've discussed this many times on stream and I've gotten shit for it too, and I'm sure I'll be getting some comments about it now, but you know, personally, it's just like V said before, personal preferences of us. This is what our list. This is what we think, but I don't know. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, let me know. But I mean, I know of a few people. King Grim, if you do watch this, buddy, I am sorry. We've discussed this on stream. You're probably already writing a strongly worded letter, but that's kind of where I stand.
Well, I look at it like this, and this can be said for all those games that were remade and redone. And while some agreed, some don't betray your loyal diehards to appease a new audience. It's unjust. It's this. Don't offend this one to appease this one, but don't appease. You know, you can't, bro. If you're going to do it, the older games. I mean, your older God of Wars. They were generally loved by the masses. You know, your Resident Evils, they were generally loved. Zelda, loved. When you go and change games to push to a newer crowd, and you're literally looking at the older crowd that was already there, like I said, the loyalists, the diehards, the ones who... I would love to get a Zelda tattoo. My plan was to do forearms and have the Triforce done to where...
Oh, that's cool.
There it is. that was one of my plans when I was younger, was to get the Triforce done on my forearms like that. With the shit that changes, I can even say as far as Metroid, Super Metroid was one of my all-time favorite games. The Prime series, that first-person weirdness, I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
But as you said, you'd want to try Dread, and the reason why you'd play Dread is because it was similar to the old school Metroids. Nothing was changed. You know, new aspects were added. I 100% agree with that, dude. 100%.
If it's tried and true, there's no reason to change it.
Yeah.
No reason at all.
Totally agree.
Yeah, it just, it's disheartening to us who y'all basically, we're your foundation. We're the ones who built y'all, because we were the ones who, you know, enjoyed it so much that we pushed it to another generation and said, go back and try it. You know, hey, I still have my old console. Come over and try this out. You know, stuff like that. And when you go changing it up on us, it feels like you're just throwing us to the wayside, man.
Yeah. And you know, in kind of building off what you said on that, like, you know, you're playing Link to the Past right now. That's an SNES game. Like, it's one of those games where it's a true Zelda game. You go through dungeons, you collect stuff. Same with Ocarina of Time. Same with Majora's Mask. You go through dungeons, you collect stuff. Like, that's Zelda. That's Zelda to me. That's Zelda to millions of people that love the franchise. Again, it's a Nintendo game. It's going to a new audience. I get that, but ask the old audience what you think, like what they truly think about the game. Not the fact that it's Nintendo, not the fact that it's a Zelda game. Truly ask the fans, like, did you really like this game, or did you just play it because it's Zelda? I guarantee people will be like, I played it because it's Zelda. I don't love it, but I played it because it's Zelda. That's kind of where I stand. Okay, moving on my list, I'm gonna go ahead and go again. I'm gonna take the next one so we can discuss more about V's next one. But my next game that I just will not play, and I hated, and I honestly think that if you ask people about this one, they'd say the same thing. Resident Evil 6. I played it once or twice, and every time I played it, I absolutely just fucking hated the game. They changed. Personally, I honestly think they changed too much. Like, the fact that you play as like 3 different characters or 4 different characters, something like that. Leon's story was cool. I liked going through Chris's story, but I don't know. I personally, I don't think the game worked as it being split the way that it was, going through everyone's different stories. I didn't like RE6. As I said, I think most fans would say the same thing. 6 just didn't work. We don't need to remake a 6. Leave it alone. Let that game die off. It's not necessary. It really isn't. Pure fucking evil. I think I mentioned it before, where I bought a bundle and I got it again. And tried, and no, I have to 100% agree with Outlaw. Fuck Resident Evil 6. It's a bane of all existence. Yeah. And so I watch. I won't personally do it because I talk too goddamn much. Like, we've talked about this before. I watch a lot of speedrunners. I don't see many people speedrunning that game. They will if they have to, but I don't see them like, okay, we're gonna do RE6 next because it's the best one. They play it to play it. They play it to get through it. I just didn't like it. Like I said, Leon's story was cool. Chris's story was fun, but it just didn't work as a multiple story driven game. I just didn't like it. I personally wouldn't go back to that one ever. I would rather play, you know, like the Wii versions, the Chronicle games that we were talking about at the beginning than RE6. And that's saying a lot because I don't even have a Wii anymore.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned too, I got it as a beta game. I want to say PlayStation Underground, maybe. I do remember playing a demo of it, and it might not even been PlayStation. It might have been way after that, to be honest. But I remember playing it. There was like one level that you got to play, and it didn't take me but 5 minutes to realize that I absolutely would not buy this game. It took me a while to get to 5 because I didn't have the PlayStation 3 at the time. My cousin showed it to me on the 360, and I thought it was pretty cool. I was a little weirded out because they had just did 4 with the what was her name, Ashley?
Yeah.
Wasn't they? Yeah, and then now you have 5, and it's basically the same kind of shit in it. But then 6 was just the way, for me, the health bar thing. The whole aspect of, here it is, now you everything's, you got that HUD that just doesn't look right. That threw me off. And then the gameplay and and ultimately the story just didn't satisfy anything with it. So yeah, I 100% agree, bro. Yeah. Resident Evil 6 is probably the absolute worst of the entire franchise.
Yeah. And like I said, it's an RE game. I know people might think the same. I mean, going from the cool of 5, yes, it was over the top. It was cheesy as hell, but I played the shit out of 5. Like, I think my cousin and I we sunk so many fucking hours into 5. We beat it on every difficulty. We got every weapon. We got every trophy, what was hidden in the game or whatever the hell it was. But 6 we went through and it was a one and done. We were like, yeah, we're done. Then we're not touching this one again. Then we went back to 5. But yeah, I think most agree.
You made it further than I did, because when I bought it in that bundle, I think I made it through the intro area. I remember something about being in some sort of building with like a garden area in the center of it or some shit like that. It's vague because I didn't play enough to really, and the only reason that I actually owned the game was because I got it in a bundle, and I think it was 4, 5, and 6 for $30.
Yeah. I remember that one.
And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I will scoop a copy of this just because. Beat 4, beat 5, got 6. About shit myself. I mean, it was not good.
Yeah. Don't remake it, Capcom. Okay, do not do 6, please. Code Veronica or 9, as we've said many times.
If any of your higher ups mentions, hey, we've done 4, we need to do 5. Once 5 is done, let's do 6. Whoever that person is, grab them by their fucking trousers, the back of their pants, their shirt, chuck them out the top of the window. Not seriously, don't do that, but metaphorically speaking. At least cut them down to a janitor position in the company. I don't care if they're a stock owner, if they're the 51% stock owner. Get rid of them. Vote them out. Resident Evil 6 doesn't deserve it.
I think voting them out's a good one. You're off this island. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, get the fuck up out of here. Tell you what we'll do. We'll put you on an island. We'll get a bunch of people hunting you down. We'll let you be your own Resident Evil. See how horrible that is. And that's how... Even that isn't as bad as if the game was remade.
That's true.
Anything else on that one?
I'm good, man. I mean, again, I could probably go a little longer, but I think enough's been said on 6. Let us know what you think, though. I'm curious if you've played it, what you think about it.
I'm sure that in later episodes, if somebody brings up, what's the one thing in gaming history you can change or something like that, Resident Evil 6.
Yeah.
That'd be one.
Yeah.
That would be in the top 5. Hell, probably back at number 1 as it was.
Yeah, no, I get that.
For me, this isn't a game.
Yep.
And the fact that we're getting played like a game every time this happens is more disrespectful than remaking games, cutting content, rebooting games just to make the dollars off of it. You're pay to win, your loot crates, your gotcha crates, your lucky draws, your whatever it is, and I'm eyeballing one company in particular with another company following right up. EA, that shit was horrible.
Yeah.
2K, not fun.
No.
Primarily the sports games, but I believe it was Star Wars Battlefront 2 was the Loot Crate.
I think that one had Loot Crates, yeah.
That was the one that really set off the community about it, right?
Yeah.
That. And the reason this one made my list, a couple of our friends, Kane Wolf and Toxic Mystic Wolf, and I. Outlaw has played a little bit, Assassin played a little bit, but Once Human.
Yep.
You've got those gotcha crates, but they're not. There really is no percentage chance luck. You literally, to get the top prize, there's no percentage that you're going to get it in a random draw.
Yeah.
You have to draw everything. You have to spend it, and I think we figured it up to like $300 and some fucking dollars that you have to spend on these rolls to get one item that might be worth the developer making it for $15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm out here spending all this fucking money. And what am I getting in return? A skin that I may never even use after the next skin comes out, or a weapon skin. It's not like you're getting something amazing, you know. And I know that kind of hits against what I'm saying, but if I was to draw a weapon that I knew would be able to be utilized for PvE purposes to eliminate a boss quicker, faster, whatever, and look cooler while doing it, but you're getting a fucking skin, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can go to Walmart and buy damn makeup for less than what I have to pay for that shit if I want to reskin myself in real life. And I understand people are taking their time and they're making this stuff. But if you look at some of these skins, it makes you question what they were thinking in the time, because they weren't thinking about the community.
No.
Couldn't have been thinking about the community.
No.
You know, you got, again, Once Human, that game, you're in this darkened environment, but let's do a poppy, you know, glistening uniform, or dress like a damn sexy nurse, or I mean, if I'm playing something dark metalish, I won't, you know, evil and dark entity appearance style stuff. I don't want to use a fucking guitar as a gun. That's especially one that's like bright yellow, pink, and orange. Like, come the fuck on. Or, and going back to the pay to win, you know, you buy those card packs for teams. What the fuck? That should be a free roll. As you play the game, you level up, you get a roll, whatever, random draw. Oh shit, I got a 99 stack character.
Yeah.
You know, or even the Star Wars, you know, hey, I rolled, now I can play as Vader. Or I can play as Vader when he was Anakin. Or, you know, shit like that. Don't lock some bullshit skin, cosmetic, if you will, behind an overpriced paywall, and even battle passes. I'll throw that in there. Battle passes. I think what really hit it hard, especially for Outlaw, I'm going to say, is when he saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles join COD.
I was hurt.
Shredder was cool. Shredder was cool. That was cool. Wasn't the greatest thing in the world. But now you've got Jay and Silent Bob, and then I hear the other day that Seth Rogen is going to be in Call of Duty.
It's a first-person game. Who gives a shit what your fucking character looks like? You know? Okay, how many people are playing Call of Duty? It's a frantic game. How many people are standing there like, oh, cool, Jay and Silent Bob are around the corner. Oh, shit, they're not on my team. I'm fucking dead. Like, you're not looking at the skins. Lara Croft was recently added, too. Like, oh, cool. Fine. Let them have what they have, right? Okay, loot crates are going to be around. We get that. But the more and more we spend on them, they're going to think it's fine. It's not fine. Like, we know what Lara Croft looks like. We know what the turtles are. We know what Jay and Silent Bob are. If you want them, they give them for free. Like, are they really, really hurting for your fucking $20 when you just spent hundreds of dollars on the game to get it, or the loot crates, or the additional stuff. Going back to what you said, brother, like, so me and my buddy Kitchen Assassin, we used to play 2K. We played 2013 and on. Here's the problem with 2K. The loot crate. It's you basically go to the park, it's pay to win. It's not who's the best, it's who has more money. You go to the park, it's not, oh, I want to do 1-on-1, or I want to do 2-on-2. It's, oh my gosh, I'm a level 65. Here's another level 65. How are you doing that? Oh, I went to the juice bar and I bought $500 worth of fucking drinks to make a free throw from the stadium. That's boring. Like, why are you even playing the game then? You just broke the game. Yep. Grind your character out and have fun. You buy virtual currency for $20. You get like what, 100 coins? Yeah, you can't do shit with 100 coins. Stop doing that. Make the games based off of skill, not based off of how much money you have. Because honestly, when you go to the park now, or you may watch a stream of it, it's not, I'm going straight into a game. It's, oh, hold on, I got to go buy a bunch of boosts to win. You're not winning. You're paying. You're paying to win. I you know what? I'm not playing the game. I won. You know what I mean? Like, I've already beaten you. Fine. That's one of the reasons I stopped playing it, because of that reason. Like, I think we were playing 19 and it just came out and we were like, let's go to the park, let's have some fun. It wasn't like a ranked match or anything. We all get in there, it was like 65s and, you know, up or whatever like that, because you got the credit from the last game. We got our asses whooped from like a 62. We were like 65s and we were like, well, how'd you do that? We kept talking to them. They're like, oh yeah, I just went over here and bought like $20 worth of energy drinks and this stuff and that. We're like, you can do that? Like, oh yeah, it's right over here. They showed us, and they have like a whole menu worth of stuff where you have to buy it. And I was like, then why did you play it? They're like, well, just so we can be in the park. I'm like, no, you're just showing off at this point. It's stupid. Yep. It makes no sense.
In-game currency works so much better. And as a sidebar to that, I understand why developers do things like that. They're doing it to basically fund their games, because game prices have stagnated. And with the recent announcement that Xbox was going to be bumping their games up $10 more a month, or $10 more per game. I think it's going to be like $80 just the base price now.
That's insane.
I agree with that. I really do, because, you know, we're not in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s anymore. Things have gone up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the right time with everything going on the political side, which we're not going to get onto. I don't think it's the right time to stab people further. But if you're going to increase the base price of your game, and you're going to do that, then you should put out there, hey, as a third-party developer, you are not allowed to put in loot crates. You're not allowed to put in any sort of pay-to-win, microtransactions. Just microtransactions in general is enough to warrant it. If you want your game based on microtransactions, make it free to play.
There you go.
Make it free. There's no reason why a paid game has any sort of fucking microtransaction in it. It's scalping, it's gouging, it's manipulating the market, it's bleeding your market dry. I'm backtracking to the COD thing. I think COD is trying to become Fortnite.
Yeah, I can see that.
If you really look at the shit that they're doing, they're trying to take over Fortnite, kind of like they did with Medal of Honor. They took Medal of Honor and just shut them down. Yeah. And there was no fighting chance for them there. I think the closest competitor right now to Call of Duty outside of Fortnite is Battlefront? No, not Battlefront. Battlefield.
Oh, okay.
Battlefield. And even it doesn't hit the way that people. And I'm sorry, like you said, there's no need in all that. If you're going to have these extra skins and man, make it free to earn stuff. Make it, if you're wanting to add all these microtransactions and you want to sell a battle pass and you want to sell extra little goodies and stuff like that, then why charge me 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, $120 up front for a game? And then you want me to spend $20 on your battle pass, and then you want me to spend $10 on this skin. Yep. It used to be $1 for a skin, which I understand shit's going up, but it used to be $1 for a skin. Now I've seen skins for $10, $15, $20. Like for a fucking skin.
And to what you're saying, like they can make you go back to the game easily by getting rid of. I have to buy this skin. I got to do this. I got to do that. Earn it. You have to kill 30 people. You have to kill a person this way. You know what? A fucking no scope, 360 shot off a tower. You unlocked your skin because you earned it. That would be cool because then you could be like, that dude's a fucking beast because he did that. He got the skin, not, oh, he spent $20 on a Jay and Silent Bob skin. No. Earn it. If I'm going to grind a game out and I'm going to stick with that game, I want a reason to. But if I'm playing, I don't play Fortnite. I don't give a shit about Fortnite. I don't. But the fact that, yes, like V said, the turtles are in Fortnite. They're in COD. Fucking Metallica's in Fortnite.
Dragon Ball's in Fortnite. Godzilla just recently came to Fortnite. Like, let's, if you want to make an arena with it, cool. You're doing that yourself. But if you want to play it, here's a list of shit you got to do. Jump out, get a skin, or jump out, open up the crate, get 6 kills right off the bat. Here's your skin. Not, I bought the skin for $20. I'm going to jump on here. You can still suck ass in the game, but you got a cool skin. Hey, who gives a shit? Like, as I just said, you're not looking through your scope going, I think that's fucking Goku. I don't want to shoot Goku. You're going to fucking shoot Goku in the head. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't earn it. I'm sorry. You paid for it. I agree.
Back then, we earned our shit. Like get a gold in this track. We spent days to get a gold in this track. We spent hours doing this shit. Now you get a gold, you're like, oh, how'd you get that? Oh, I just bought it. Who cares? Like, that's not a badge to wear. I bought
a 30-second time drop off of my lap time just so I could own the record for it. I mean, not necessarily that's a thing, but yeah. And the only reason I don't bash too hard on Fortnite is because it is a free-to-play game.
True.
And so that aesthetic right there, that aspect, not that I respect it, but I respect the fact that they don't charge the player base
I'll give you
up
that.
front. And that's why I hate on COD, and that's why I hated on the Madden stuff and all that shit, because not only am I buying the damn game, but now I've got to buy this, and I got to buy this. And not that I have to, but you want me to.
Yeah.
So you advertise it. It's kind of like when you go up to the register at a grocery store or even at a gas station. They got all that shit that you don't really want, you don't really need, but it looks appealing. So let me throw that extra $1 or $2 out there and get it. Yep. It's the bait tack, and I think it's scummy practices. I really do. It's no different than cell phones nowadays. You get a cell phone, you don't get a fucking charging block anymore. You get a cord. Oh, well, yeah, we're going to give you a cable. Where am I going to stick it? In my ass to charge it? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, regardless of the fact that I have 600 charge blocks in my house, it's I bought the product I needed.
Well,
which is one thing I do like about these, because you don't even need it. I mean, you can just plug it straight in your computer and
that's
charge
cool. That's dope. I like that. And it's kind of going back to what you were saying, like, with COD or with if you put on like a game now, it's not here's the game, let's play the game. It's click X to go to the store. Okay, you don't want to go to the store, click A. Well, hold on, here's another advertisement for another skin. Click X to buy it. No, I don't want to. I want to go to the game, hit A. Oh no, here's another skin that we might think you want. Let me play the fucking game. If you have so many pop-ups that it's like an advertisement in a movie, like a trailer, or let's go to the lobby to get some snacks and shit. Eventually I'm going to shut the game off and be like, I'm done. Like, I couldn't even get to the start menu without you bashing me over the head with loot crates and different skins. You know, as you said, I can respect what Fortnite does. Yes, it is a free-to-play game, but let us earn the skins. Don't just outright buy them. You know, if it's a special event, let people play it. Don't just say we're releasing this, buy it. No, I want to earn it. I want to be able to go in and say I actually did this. That's just me.
And don't make shit earnable now, and then when the event's over, throw it up there for sale.
Yeah.
If you didn't get it during the event, fuck you.
Yeah.
Sorry. I understand life happens, and maybe you couldn't get in to get, you know, for the event. Maybe don't limit your events to such a short amount of time. But that whole buying shit in the game, and people are going to figure out a way around it. They already do.
Yeah.
You know, and yes, they get their accounts banned. And yes, some people have gone to jail for fucking doing stuff like that. But it's your own fault. Like, you should be charged with it just as much as they are, because you're forcing this down people's throats. You know, like Outlaw said, there's some games that I launch, and it literally has you go through 3 or 4 pages, boom, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And then it says, press start to enter, press any key to enter, press A to enter. And when you get there, the first thing that pops up, new in the store.
Yep.
You're like, motherfucker, I just saw that. I don't need to see it again.
Yep.
You know, and it's not that you necessarily have to go through it again. But then, some games even, you get started, you're launching into a match, map, level, mission, whatever, and was it showing in there in the background? Now available for purchase.
Yep.
I listen to satellite radio so I don't have to hear advertisements.
Yep.
I skip ads or will walk the fuck away off of YouTube, because I will close a video down because of an advertisement. The only person I sub to right now on Twitch is Outlaw, because can't afford to sub to a bunch of people when it's with my Prime. He's also the one I watch the most. And if I come in there and there's ads, most people aren't going to stick around.
No.
And that's a piss poor practice anyway. Up front, I join a stream, I want to check something out. Give me a couple minutes. Give me a couple minutes to see that stream, and then say, okay, we're going to hit you with an ad, but stick around because you'll get more of the content you want to see.
Yeah.
It's but not to divert too far, but yeah, man, that's just, if I'm having to pay on top of pay on top of pay on top of pay, like, why? At some point it gets old. Fortunately, my kids, while they were into Fortnite and stuff like that, I didn't have to go buy a bunch of V-Bucks cards. Can I say I'm innocent? No, because I did buy fucking battle passes for Call of Duty, but I bought the big version that came with the battle pass, and now they have a special battle pass that you can only get by paying even fucking more.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, dude. On top of, you can only get these skins in the store. You don't get them in the battle pass. No. You get weapons and vehicles and stuff that you should already have access to be able to find in game. But we're going to lock them behind this battle pass here.
Yeah.
Oh, and you don't have the black sale? You don't even get that at all. Now you got to get the shitty version of it.
That sucks.
So,
and you know, going back to Liza P real quick, they teamed up with Black Myth Wukong. You turn the game on, you got everything. You didn't have to pay for a weapon. You didn't have to pay for a skin. You turn it on, pop up. We partner with Black Myth Wukong. Here's a new weapon. Here's a new skin. Have fun. It wasn't.
And I did.
Exactly. That's honestly the reason why I went back to Liza P when I did, because I wanted to try the weapon. If it was a paid weapon, fuck it, I wanted to try it. I just wanted to watch people play with it on streams. But the fact that it was free and I just turned the game on, it said, here's your shit, have fun. No pop-ups, no ads for it. If you didn't know it was coming out, you knew when you turned it on. One button, you're good to go. That's what needs to start happening. Like, as you said, times are changing, things are getting more expensive these days. You know, eventually you know, the price of the way games are, I'm going to be aged out of that soon. You know, I can't afford that stuff, but
Yep.
it is what it is. But I understand that. But honestly, I think games are going up that high because of loot crates, because people will pay for the base game. They're going to pay for everything. Yeah.
Yep.
Totally agree.
Long story short, while we may be your cash cows, we're tired of being milked.
Yeah, 100%. I told 100% agree with that. Yeah, let's go back to the way it was and get your shit earned. Not I just paid for it. I'm gonna play with it for a bit. Nah.
Yeah, we're over the participation award shit.
Yeah.
We make people earn their stuff again. So, yep.
Yeah.
Good top fives, bro.
Good top fives, hell yeah. And like we said before, we'll say it again. Let us know what y'all think. You know, if you have a strong agreement about it, or you're strongly pissed about it, let us know. You know, give us some feedback. Again, these are our own personal thoughts, our own personal things, but as you can tell, V and I we're pretty freaking similar in that way. And you know, I know a lot of other people are too. So let us know what you think, for sure. Yeah. We would love to hear from you.
We're definitely passionate about the way we feel about things, and that's why we make our personal list. We don't want to speak for an industry. We don't want to speak for an entire community, and that's why we ask everybody, you know, give us your feedback. Give us your If you're watching this video, take time, just write 5. Boom, 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 boom. That's all it takes. And we don't care if you like our opinions or not. You know, they're our opinions, and that's what we're entitled to. And we would love to see yours and compare notes.
100%.
I do have something that I haven't even discussed with you. I kind of want to announce.
Okay.
Obviously, we all know my mother-in-law's in town right now, so this isn't going to anything I'm going to be doing soon. But in moderation, after she has returned, I plan on returning somewhat to streaming at my own discretion. It will be on Twitch.
Okay.
It will not be on Kick anymore. I may still cross stream, but as of right now, I've decided that I'm going to do it strictly on Twitch. Again, it's not going to be an expected schedule. It's not going to be a once a week thing. It's going to be, you know, I'll hop on, I'll play a game. It might be just a chatting thing. So it's something I've kind of held for a few weeks. I've been thinking about it, and like I said, I don't want to do it all while my mother-in-law is in town. But once I have that extra free time and I don't have to worry about holding up the household, I do plan on coming back and doing some streams here and there.
Hell yeah, that's dope. I've been waiting for it. This is new. This is new to me as well. He didn't tell me this yesterday, so I'm excited, bro. That's cool as hell. That's gonna be fun.
I did about let it slip. Yesterday when we were talking. I'm kind of glad that Kane jumped into their voice chat because it kept me from ruining the surprise. And this right here will tell us if everybody has watched our video or not. Because for those who know, will know. For those who don't know, they don't know. And I'm asking those that do know, if you watch and you hear the announcement, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for anybody. Just keep it a secret the best you can. I know that when I walked away from streaming, I was setting up for a drawing for a sweatshirt. I am going to go back and try and do that again. Cool. It will be an embroidered one. I may do some stuff for our kiosk branding as well, get that set up for us. And that way, if people decide they want merch, we'll have something on hand. We'll have logos, we'll have stuff designed and ready to go.
Cool.
But yeah, guys, I'm not sure of a time frame, and I know how that'll go. People will be like, well, he said he's coming back, and he's not back. Listen. I'm not going to rush my mother-in-law off. Yeah, I'm not going to rush my mother-in-law off just so I can stream, guys. I'm sorry. I love everybody, but, dude, my wife, prior to the last visit from my mother-in-law, hadn't seen her in a long fucking time. So anytime she gets to spend with her, I'm not taking it away.
No.
So
that's dope, though. Hell yeah, that's dope. I'm happy about that. That's cool as hell.
Surprise.
Hell yeah, that's cool. I like that. I think that's dope. And and we'll have all the links and everything at the bottom if you guys want to click on it. And if you're not following, please make sure to follow him. V's a good dude. Like as you've been watching through all the episodes, like he's chill as hell. It's so much fun. Like we have a lot of fun, and we have a stellar community. So like I said, it's a good time. It's a good announcement. Hell yeah, I'm excited to see it back, bro. Hell yeah, it's cool stuff.
Know. There might be another game that comes along that I fucking just absolutely rage out on and delete it on stream as well. Show my ass about. So.
I don't know why I didn't clip that. That was my bad. My bad.
Hey, it's gone now. It's in the ether. Oh, yeah. Nobody can find it.
Nope, it's gone. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah. Fantastic. I don't have any big news to announce for that one.
I actually about spoiled it at the beginning, but I got to thinking about it too, man, that if I held on to this till the end, we got a couple of our friends who say, oh yeah, I watched the video, and then you ask them, you quiz them. Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited. Hell yeah.
Well, that's it. I figured I'd end us off with a bang,
cool.
With a big announcement. Again, guys, don't think it's going to be within the next week, 2 weeks, or even a month, but just know that I am working on resetting up all of my stuff through OBS.
Cool.
I'm going to try and change a lot of that. I'm going to get some more music, different music. It's still going to be, I'm a heavy metal guy. Sorry if you don't like heavy metal. That is my go-to music. That is my piece. So that's what it'll be. But I am trying to change the whole layout of everything, add some features, take some features away, redo the bot, all that stuff as well.
Cool. So, hell yeah. I'm excited. As he said, it's not going to be anytime soon, but I'm very excited to see the return and what we're going to expect in a few months. Hell yeah. But as for now, we definitely will be doing the podcast when we can. It's still something that we're going over, whether we want to do a live one time eventually, but I'm excited, dude. That's cool. That's huge news. Hell yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
What? That's this week's podcast, guys. Next week is off week. I have a wedding to go to. Yep. I think you said you had some stuff to do.
I'll figure something out.
Yeah. But so the following Saturday, because we do these recordings on Saturday and launch them on Mondays. Yep. The following Saturday, we will be discussing video game movies. The loves, the hates, which we kind of touched on a few here and there. Yeah. And surprise announcement number 2, we will have a special guest with us on this next podcast. Hell Mr. Silent Bob, Mr. Coaster Bob. He will be joining us on the next episode. So can't wait to get that in. Can't wait to see how that plays out. And then we got to work on our layout too, as far as the way it's going to look on the podcast and everything. So I'm really excited for it, bro. I know you're really excited for it. And
I love Bob.
I hope I hope he's excited to join us as well for this episode.
And I'm gonna put this out now. Bob, I love you, buddy, but we know how we are. We both don't shut up. So this is gonna be a long podcast. Because I know Bob's got a lot to say about stuff, and he is a very smart individual. He knows a lot about movies, and that's why we definitely want Bob on the podcast when we do it. This was actually his suggestion. He made the suggestion, and I didn't even think about it, to tell you the truth. And when he made the suggestion, I was like, that's good. And when I brought it to V, he was like, dude, if we can get him on as a guest, like, let's do it. And so I wrote to him. He said whenever we can. So we're hoping to make it work, but expect to see Bob on one of the next ones. It's going to be a good time. But as V said, it is going to be about movies, video game movies. Oh yeah.
The ones you love, the ones you hate, and the ones you wish they would have never created.
There's been a lot.
Yes, there has. Yes, we thank you yet again for joining us. We appreciate every view that we get. It's what keeps us coming back for more. And like Outlaw stated many times throughout the podcast, feel free to share your top 5, the ones that you just don't like, don't want anything to go with. Bro, you have any news at all you want to throw?
I'm good, man. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some doctor stuff next week, getting back to streams. Hopefully on Monday, everything's going to be good. No, dude, I'm good, man. And just going to be getting this stuff together and having a good weekend.
Right on, bro.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Once again, we thank you for joining in with us. But for now, Kiosk is closed.